everyone! It is time for more of the baby!
Oh boy.
More of the baby. I'm happy whenever I say the baby, people more think of Death Stranding than Metroid Other M. Because that is literally you carrying a baby in a jar.
Yup.
That is most definitely a thing that exists in this universe.
Indeed it is.
Now, if you don't mind, let's head back to full screen and get this party started. There we go. Ah, fudge, I just realized.
What?
My ornament's not talking.
Oh no.
Wah.
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 It's
What are you
Walla.
gonna win?
It's Walla Squeegee time. I could turn it down a little bit. Nope. As she moves through Sector 3, Samus encounters Anthony as he's being attacked by a group of people. Anthony and the other soldiers have received an order from Adam to restore functionality to the geothermal power plant. Samus parts ways with Anthony and continues to search Sector 3 for the monsters. Samus then receives an order from Adam to head to the geothermal power plant. Darn it, AVG, get out of my way. I just go straight.
King Oger, aka Green Screen Hell.
Oh, the monster molted again. So yeah, this is gonna be the... So yeah, this is definitely gonna be the, sequence. Oh boy, you ready for this bullshit?
Sure.
Yeah, so yeah, this takes place after Metroid Other M. One of the key figures that died in... this takes place after Super Metroid. One of the key figures that died in Super Metroid was Ridley. And allow me to make something very clear when it comes to Ridley. In the manga, it basically shows like Ridley was the one that invaded her home planet, her home colony, laid siege to everything, and murdered her parents right in front of her.
Well.
So, allow me to... So, if you just take that in a vacuum, then the sequence that happens makes sense.
Yeah.
But if you take the fact that this takes place after the original Metroid, and the original Metroid, and Super Metroid, and Metroid 2 Return of Samus, and if you take the Prime games into account, then she has destroyed Ridley at least 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So what you're about to witness is total bullshit.
Why the fuck do they keep bringing Ridley back? If he's died so many times.
Damn it! Get out the way! Man, can't see a thing in here. We gotta clear out. Where's the exit at?
Trying to see where the exit is. There it is, I see it. Oh no! This creature has fire breath. Yeah, you can tell in the background that it's Ridley.
Duh. This ain't good. Well, only one thing to do, huh? Let's tear this thing up.
Wait, Anthony. Leave this one to me. Don't waste your plasma.
Samus, blast the eruption port to get the magma flowing.
Oh, I'm targeting. Oh, that was me targeting Anthony. What the fuck?
Use your super missiles.
Oh, thanks, asshole. Now I have access to super missile, you fucking cunt.
Took a while.
Ah. There we go. Now with the magma flowing, we can actually see in here. And here we are. And this is the sequence that's complete bullshit. The fact that Samus fucking freezes in the presence of Ridley when Ridley died like 5 times.
Samus.
Yeah.
Copy.
He's already killed Ridley 5 times.
Samus.
This sequence is
Samus,
complete
use your plasma
bullshit.
beam.
Yup.
What's your status? Samus, do you read me? Let her go!
think I gotta teach you a lesson about settlement. Come on!
Anthony! Don't do it!
Yeah, I wasn't able to deal with stuff in time. But yeah, the whole thing involving Got him.
Nice.
Yeah, so now you know the life cycle of the species that Ridley is a part of.
Okay.
I wondered if Anthony was conscious as he hit bottom. Unbearable thoughts welled up in me, making me want to get as far away as I could. I regretted not being able to protect him. And I regretted thinking, even for a moment, that he would betray me or fail to come to my aid at the expense of his own safety.
But yeah. Yeah, but that sequence is made of pure horseshit.
Oh boy.
And now we have super missiles, so.
Hey.
Hello, Dan.
Hey, Dan. You just missed the most. I'm sorry to tell you this, Dan, but you missed the most bullshit sequence in the game.
Oh boy.
Where she fucking freezes at the sight of Ridley.
Isn't this like the first time she's met Ridley?
The fifth.
If
the
you
fifth first time.
If you include the Prime game. And because of that, she completely freezes at the sight of Ridley.
She shouldn't
What the
have.
fuck is wrong with her? Why is she? Why Ridley?
Because the writers of
because
this game are
Ridley killed
stupid.
the family, right?
Yeah, taken in a vacuum, that makes sense. If this was her first mission with fighting against Ridley, but it's not. If you just take at face value, the original of Metroid Zero if you take into account Metroid Zero mission and Metroid and Super Metroid, she's killed Ridley twice. But if you include the Prime games, it's like 4 times.
Cool.
It is beyond horseshit. And her freezing to that extent, in her mind, probably cost one of her best friends her life.
Damn. That sucks.
Yeah. There's a good that is a very good reason why a lot of people consider this game to be the peak horseshit. And now that I have super missiles and the plasma, I'm gonna go ahead and start.
Don't you just love all the people just hating on Gavon Infinity entirely because it's Sentai and it and that's what's coming out instead of a new Sentai?
It really that petty?
People are being real whiny crybabies about it. It's very annoying.
They're a bunch of losers, baby, they lose, goddamn baby.
Yup. They're all fucked up little whiny bitches.
Go. There's something here. But I think it's something I can only access as a morph ball. So let's see what's in this door. Ah, there we go.
Baby, loser, goddamn baby, you're a fucked up little whiny bitch, you're just like me.
Here we are. It is an energy part.
Yay.
By the way, I'd love to see what I could do against these. But those require power bombs.
No.
They peace conferenced her, says Sigma Fan.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
I have the plasma beam. To an unknown, you're taken to an unknown peace conference off screen. That's what happened. Yeah, the original 3 Power Rangers, because they didn't want to pay the money.
Yep. Stupid.
I don't know why that door is locked.
Because remember everyone, Saban sucks.
Well, they made the Sentai pay for their own way to get to the studio.
No, but to say, it's just that the reason is because at the time there were no unions, so they were paid like less than the minimum wage for the during
Not that
original
there were
Power
no
Rangers.
unions. None of the actors were union members, and they were all being very highly taken advantage of.
Hmm.
Even after the show got super duper popular, they still weren't paying them very much. So three of the actors left and were replaced, and then later David Yost eventually left because he didn't like the fact that everyone was being homophobic against him. Rightfully so. He rightfully did not like that people were being homophobic.
Okay. Can I go to the bottom? Oh yeah. I knew there was at least something down there. By the way, hey there. How's everything going?
So, dude.
It's very funny how by Zio, Tommy was the only one who was the only one from the original cast who was still a fucking Power Ranger. because by that point Billy was shunted off to the sidelines. Still around, but shunted off the sidelines because of... I don't know why, actually.
Because of everything that was happening in the background. The
Yeah.
only other Power Ranger to old school Power Ranger to make an appearance, and that was temporary, was I believe it was Jason. Hey!
Yeah, Jason was this old ranger for a bit.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so here's the fun fact about this. Billy was
Something was
last one
gnawing at
standing.
me.
Yeah.
Communication with
Because
Adam had ceased.
Tommy didn't come in until halfway through
From the
season 1,
deleter's
making
point
him
of
not
view.
original.
Adam would represent the largest threat.
Yes.
Without
Correct.
question, his life had to be in danger. But it was Adam Malkovich.
Amy Jo
He
Johnson
wouldn't
left
go down easily.
because
And Adam would already know about the
started to
deleter.
get bigger gigs.
So there's no way he would let his guard
Yeah.
down. If that was the case, then
Okay, I'm trying.
why couldn't I reach him? What did he think of the
Aisha
unfolding situation? And what
got
was he
replaced
planning
by
to do next?
Tanya.
Yes. During Alien Rangers.
My
Hello.
racing thoughts started to frustrate me.
Hey, it's Lubbery.
Lawbry.
Hello, Lowry.
Also
How
known
dog you
as,
fare today?
also known as
I hope as
Viatorius.
well.
Viatorius, yes.
Oh, hi,
Viatorius.
Victorious. Hello.
If you're talking, we can't hear you, just so you know.
You might have your mic change channel. Hello.
Hello.
Now I hear you.
Now we hear you.
Hi.
How are you?
How doth you fare
Oh,
this
Samus.
Yep, we're playing
I fare thee well.
day? This
I hope I fare well. I'm playing frickin' Metroid Other M.
Goodbye. Oh.
Zero, you've played worse.
I know, but still. Like, at least in terms of gameplay, I have played worse, but I've never seen a more frickin' ridiculous character assassination.
Hey, Sigma fan, I have a question for you.
Go ahead.
How do you feel about the fact that Super Sentai is ending?
Years.
What?
After 50 plus years.
50 exactly 50 years, actually.
I understand it. Like, I also know behind the scenes production stuff. Not necessarily Super Sentai, but how TV budgets work. And budgets for network programming are shrinking and shrinking. That's no matter if it's the US, but everywhere. So, it stands to reason that those shows will go away.
Special effects heavy, you mean?
Yeah.
So the reason that we've come to understand about what's going on with Super Sentai is apparently by the time Saban had come in and started adapting it into Power Rangers, Sentai was already struggling to stay relevant and make money. So Power Rangers basically kept Sentai afloat for the past 30 plus years.
Damn.
So now that Power Rangers is basically dead, it has been basically dead for about 2 years now. Sentai is now finally not making enough money to sustain itself, so it is now ending.
Yep.
Hmm.
That goes in part with budgets.
And they are replacing it with a reboot of a superhero show from the 80s.
And what type
Why
of...
not?
Wait,
Why
what type
not?
of reboot?
Sorry.
Ultraman or something like that?
No. No, Ultraman's already had a modern revival that's been going for like 12 years now. 12 years straight. It's been doing really well. Also, Ultraman's owned by a different company, so.
Alright. Look, I don't. I'm not
no. Do you know what?
up on
do
it.
you know? Do you know what Space Sheriff Gavan is?
No.
It was the first entry in the Metal Heroes series that eventually led to that led to all the shows that had been adapted into VR Troopers and Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Oh, okay.
Those two shows were adapted from later Metal Heroes entries. The show
Zero can
replacing
attest,
Sentai. What?
And Zero can attest, I, around that time, preferred VR Troopers because they actually had stuff that was more adult.
VR Troopers sucks, though.
Look, here's the thing. Season 1 sucks. Season 2, on the other hand, at least was like, we're gonna start attempting to kill dudes. Like they almost killed Brad's dad.
Do you know how much of a hodgepodge VR Troopers was? You literally used footage from 3 different Metal Heroes shows in a weird hodgepodge.
True, but at least the real life segments were like, wow, you're starting to get dark.
Ah,
if you want fucking dark, just watch fucking Metalder, one of the 3 shows they used for it.
Honestly, I think I'd watch a Dark Power Rangers show.
Then I'd be happy to show you. Power Rangers RPM.
Yeah, they literally already did that.
Power Rangers RPM. Post-apocalypse.
RPM's right. I feel like people.
Oh wait, I think I know about that one. Is that one where they kind of like? I don't. Alright, you're gonna kill me for saying this, but like I feel like they resemble vehicles for some reason.
Yeah.
Or like they have like. Okay. Yeah. No, I know about that one.
I mean, there's several vehicle ones, but RPM is one of them.
Yeah. It's messed up because I found that one by I think I ended up watching Power Rangers back when freaking Samurai came out, and then I got really into Samurai, and then they have like everybody come in like
Power Rangers Samurai is so funny because they literally just straight translated scripts from the Sentai, Shinkenger, and didn't even account for the fact that you literally had a bunch of white people and a black guy and a black guy being samurai.
No, because that literally really killed me. The fact that Jaden had a freaking sister too, it just does me worse. The
thing is, the show made a lot more sense when all the characters were Japanese, and they really shouldn't have just straight translated a bunch of the scripts from Shinkenger.
Yeah, because there were rumors of them just basically just gonna be reaching the point where they would say just dub the show.
That was happening back when Disney owned it too. Like Disney was trying to make the showrunners just dub the Sentai because it was going to be cheaper, and they're like, no, but then that'll ruin the whole point.
What is
taking footage from a Japanese show and making a completely brand new unrelated thing with it?
Right, so it's a tradition, sure.
Yeah.
I only feel like that would be more horrible because I feel like it would start talking about something Japanese and like then Disney would have to turn it into something else, like freaking like what they did with the rice ball and Pokemon. Like I love these donuts. Like I love these donuts.
They absolutely would have done shit like that, I'm sure. Power Rangers is already kind of like a version of that. Power Rangers in and of itself is already a version of that anyway. Just a far more extreme example.
Hello.
It's Power Rangers in and of itself. What it was doing is how do I put it? It's an outdated. It's a very outdated practice that made sense back in the 90s, but doesn't really make sense anymore now.
Yeah, it's something they don't have to ascribe to.
You know, and that's why they started trying to move away from doing adaptations of Sentai shows and doing completely original content. Even though their first season that was original content was the last one, but
Yeah. Now this is another thing that kind of pisses me off. This entire thing basically goes against everything that they were setting up at this point between her and Adam.
yeah,
Because she just activates Space Jump and Screw Attack on her own.
okay,
Which, this is the kind of initiative that probably should have happened in the beginning of the game.
yeah, I agree.
Again, her stuff breaking at the beginning of Metroid Prime makes more sense. At least I'm happy she's taking initiative, but they should have done this like in the beginning of the game.
You're the beginning of the game.
It's time to play the game.
Time to play the game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You know, as I was saying, Power Rangers' whole thing of just taking footage from a Japanese show and making an Americanized thing with it is a very outdated practice that they really didn't need to keep doing for as long as they did.
I mean, maybe they're not. Maybe they weren't so set on gambling on new formats. You know how producers and investors can be.
Well, the reason they kept doing it is because it was part racism, part it was cheap.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it is incredibly cheap, especially since they moved this stuff to New Zealand.
Yeah. Yeah, early on in Disney's ownership of it, they did do that. Yeah. Because Disney was trying to do whatever they could. Disney was trying to do whatever they could to make the show even cheaper to make. And then once Saban bought it back in 2010, they just kept everything Disney had done basically to keep it cheaper.
Also, what I've learned is that before Saban sold it to Hasbro, he offered it to Bandai first, but Bandai turned it down.
Yeah, which they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have.
Yeah, but it's Bandai. Bandai doesn't really capitalize on anything unless it's camp.
Bandai had been doing the Power Rangers toys since the beginning. For Hasbro, not at all.
Yeah, but this is also the same company that keeps making anime games with the same format over and over again. I'm not really too surprised.
Well, because they like things that make them money.
They don't like
Bandai literally owns Gundam. I mean...
Horrible.
They don't like to gamble.
Yeah.
They should gamble more.
Of the Galactic Federation.
Bandai really should have just bought it.
I'm here because I intercepted the distress call.
We'd be in a much better place right now if they had.
And I know that something.
I don't know. I feel like we could get another Power Ranger game, and I don't know how to feel about that. Actually,
You must believe me with my dead sounding voice.
Hasbro just
from the ship.
Hasbro.
My
Thank
name
you.
is Samus.
I'm Samus Aran.
Hasbro's been real.
Aaron.
Ever since Chris Cox became the CEO, Hasbro's just been on a big old downward spiral of becoming the most evil fucking corporation on the goddamn planet.
Behind closed doors, the Galactic
Sorry, I
Federation
just
was
saw
trying to
her
create a
name,
special forces
Madeline
unit
Bergman.
composed of
course.
bioweapons.
Clearly, I'm not Mother Brain in
In order to make
disguise.
it happen, they were attempting to create an organization modeled after the space pirates, with the Zebesians at the center.
Lesbians?
But
Sounds like lesbians.
because of a certain
I love lesbians.
presence,
I do too.
the life forms became ferocious. We were no longer able to control them.
By a certain presence.
You can't control
She
me.
must have
I'm a
meant
wild
Ridley.
animal. Oh.
So you sent out the distress signal, even though it endangered your
I'm also
life?
going back to the
I
time
had
where
to.
the cast members.
I felt there was a danger here, that if left as is, the
that why they
Zebesians
both
would continue to
died?
evolve and resurrect as real space pirates.
Just replace that Z with an
If that
L, and
danger
this
was
whole
real,
scene becomes even more
then the
funny.
risk of withholding information to protect herself was too great, clearly.
Elon?
And yet, wasn't
Replay-
she the one
No,
who
no.
set the
Change the word
system
lesbian to
self-destruct?
lesbian, and this entire scene becomes
In
absolutely
silence,
hilarious.
I praised her courage and sense of responsibility.
I feel like it just becomes
At
weird.
the same time, her argument had some holes. Say that the Zebesians.
So
under
in
Lou's
voice text, I'm gonna
became
post
super aggressive. Would that really lead to
teaser images we
resurrection of
have
the
for the
space
show
pirates?
replacing Super Sentai, and I want to know
Without a
what
malicious
what
force to
y'all
lead them down
think.
that path, wouldn't they continue to merely follow their instincts, ultimately becoming no more than a swarm of feral creatures?
Like I said, it's
Regardless, it
it's
was
a
clear
reboot
that
of
the
it's a
Galactic
reboot
Federation
of
was
Space
ready
Sheriff
to
Gavan.
consign their enormous mistake to oblivion. And that's why they sent a deleter. And as
I'm
for
looking forward
Madeline
to
and others who knew the
Looking
secret,
good so far.
Doesn't
but
look
wait.
too bad.
there was another inconsistency in her
They
story.
look very cool.
Why go to such lengths at all, with just a small flexing of the Galactic Federation's
for
military
comparison.
I wanted
force? They should have
if
been able to
concept
destroy a
cars
facility of
started
this
looking
scope
like
with
the
ease.
original Space Sheriff
So why
Gavan, I'd
didn't
buy one.
Dude, the original Space Sheriff designs look so freaking cool.
They do!
I love them. Here, let me pull up the originals from the 80s.
Please.
There was
They're
an
also
even
cool.
more dangerous
Yeah.
plan. Come with me.
Let's remind ourselves.
Yeah.
Let's take another hit of nostalgia drug.
If I can find that image I saved before.
Whoa. What is... Whoa. What is the aura on these three? What's going on here?
What?
I don't know.
They're space sheriffs.
That's not possible.
I guess
The messages were terminated along with Zebes.
I have now
Yes.
uploaded an image of the original
The
three
last
Space
of
Sheriffs
them.
from the 80s, Gavan, Charivan, and Scheider.
Met its end above my
Scheider.
head.
Scheider,
I like
yeah.
how they all have like
You're Samus
Tron
Aran,
shit.
right?
Yeah.
The one who
They
annihilated
light up
the
too
space
and shit in the
pirates?
show. It's really cool.
Metroid remnants were attached
Well, the three
to your
shows.
suit
They
when
were
you
three
returned from
they were
Zebes.
the three protagonists. They were individual protagonists of their own individual shows.
Salvaged by the
And then they
Federation,
came together at the
and
end of
they are in
Scheider.
this facility.
Cool. They beat the bad guy.
Oh, wow.
You know, thinking about it, it must be wild being a Power Ranger. Imagine just like one day you're fighting with your group and everything, you don't know there's any other Power Rangers, and then the next like day you go to somewhere else, like or like another state, and there's just like a whole team of Power
At
Rangers
first,
over there.
no one thought that the
You're just
creature
like, yo,
was
there's
risen.
been more of them.
Point it got to,
They
yeah.
didn't think it had potential as a
Which is
bioweapon
really
at all.
funny that Power
They
Rangers
raised
kept
it like a
everything very
pet,
connected,
calling it Little
because Super
Birdie.
Sentai
Until one day,
usually
it
kept everything
attacked
very
one
separate.
Of the researchers and got away.
Like
Ridley had
the
played
shows
dead
had
and lured the
crossover
scientist into his
specials and
cage.
stuff, but despite the crossovers were never
August
were
left.
never often actually part of the primary
It was a
show.
horrible sight.
But in order to
And the
control
crossovers would often be treated
you need
as
Mother Brain's
non-canon.
telepathy.
Damn, that sucks.
You didn't recreate a Mother Brain clone.
So basically,
We
each
are you
Sentai
from
show
a
takes place in an
dimensional
alternate universe,
reality.
except when it. Basically, each
It's
Sentai
artificial
show takes place in
intelligence.
an alternate universe, except when
We developed
convenient
an AI program
crossovers.
that would reproduce Mother Brain's thought processes.
Hi, I'm from Universe.
MB.
But it was just a program. It wasn't the
You
mother
know what I
herself.
think should happen more?
MB evolved as it communicated
I
with the
think
Metroids.
that
It
a
appears
lot
as though
of
it had become
freaking
self-aware, much like the original Mother Brain.
I lost my
Quite
thought.
remarkable.
It's so good.
I hate when that happens.
That's when it became clear to me
was
just why
somewhere that
Madeline
it ran
was so
away.
afraid of the space pirate's resurrection. It wasn't that her story had holes in it. Through the holes were glimpses of the danger
So
that
it
was
seems
right
like
before her eyes.
These three
If
are new
everything she
versions
said
of
was
Gavan,
true,
Charivan, and Scheider. Because we already know the show is called Gavan Infinity.
where are the Metroids
We know the red
and
one is
Zebes?
Gavan, even though originally the red one was
They're in an area
Charivan
called
in
Sector
the 80s.
Zero.
Gavan's
It's
the
a
silver.
unit that doesn't
The
appear
original
in any
80s
of our
ones.
map data.
Gavan is the silver one. Charivan is the red one. Scheider is
It's
the
a
blue
place
one.
like Turian.
Here
Very
it seems to
populated
be
and raised
Gavan's the
Metroids.
red one, The silver one is Shider, and the gold one is
The
Charivan.
worst case scenario would look like. The ultimate
Which is
weapon, the Metroid,
interesting.
would be mass-produced, and
I
as
get a
soon
little
as an
quirky.
AI to control them was developed, the plan to create a special forces unit modeled after the space pirates was replaced. But as the AI called
that's what I'm
MB spun out of
guessing.
control, the facility became a place much like Planet
Hopefully the
7.
other two are not called Charivan and Shider. I'm going to be very confused.
If the situation were left alone, galactic
It's called
society
Jeff.
would be put in peril. Even the ringleaders of the operation wanted to avoid that, but they still wanted the Metroids.
Also.
And that's why
How do y'all feel about...
they decided to capture the Metroids contained
How do
in
you feel
Sector
about
Zero and delete the
gun
rest
that
of the
very
facility,
clearly,
including the
very
space
obviously
pirates,
transforms into a
Ridley,
robot? Like, you
and
can just tell that it
everyone
does by looking at it.
Before the ringleaders could act, Adam appeared.
Like,
Yeah,
obvious
I'm
legs,
looking at it.
obvious
Might have
arms
known
sticking out the
suspected
top.
the truth about the facility from the
I feel
beginning.
like it's gonna wave at me.
Regardless, since the ringleaders were members of the Galactic Federation,
Like it could say
they
anything
could
at
no
any given
longer
moment.
act recklessly.
Okay.
And so a deleter was installed as
Very
a member of
obviously
Adam's team
gonna
to
transform.
destroy evidence.
It not very
and
obviously
each
transforms into a
subsequent
robot.
I don't know. I see
Having
2
been added
legs
on
so
as a
far.
member must have disrupted the Galactic Federation's
Yeah.
plans.
There's a pair of legs like sticking out the back, and an arm
Madeline,
sticking out the side.
thanks for telling
Like, you
me
can
all
tell how
this.
this transforms by looking at it.
I've got to destroy the Metroids and NB in Sector Zero.
You know what? I never
have to
thought
remain
about
hidden.
it, but considering Megazords are like mega, right? There's like 2 things going on that I've never understood.
Don't-
One,
The Galactic Federation
why does
CO
nobody
is
ever
here now
speak
to
about the
help you.
fact that their city is getting destroyed like
safe.
every other week?
Does that CO
TV
happen
logic.
to be
That's why.
Commander Adam Malkovich?
Okay, that makes sense. 2, how the heck has nobody figured out that like aliens are like coming from like out of nowhere? Like, does nobody
No,
like?
not everybody really comes up with the same idea that Evangelion did with Tokyo 3.
Interesting.
I mean,
See, I
The real
see, I
leader of
couldn't
this
be there because if I
operation is
seen
Commander
somebody running
Malkovich.
around with magic and I'm close enough to hit them, I think I might just. But
Yeah.
they're just like, ha ha ha! I can shoot lasers, pew pew. I haven't seen anybody just like.
Watch out! You can't stop this!
So, Sentai and Power Rangers fans have been very salty about Gavan Infinity because it replaced my show, how dare!
Aw.
And I'm like, shut up, babies.
I'm assuming the American ones are more salty than the Japanese.
Yes. Yeah, you'd be right.
because-
Okay.
Yep.
Hurry, guys! I should be back soon. Maybe.
Okay, bye.
See ya.
Bye.
Wow, someone got shoot.
Shoot, bullet gun.
Whoop-de-whoop. I'm a firing my laser.
Have a
It is
gun.
Friday in California.
Good. Have a gun that transforms into a robot like frickin' Megatron.
It's worse than Megatron, man. They didn't even try. Megatron tried.
I mean, I think the original Megatron toy was a shitty idea for a toy, but
I have not seen the original Megatron.
Can I show you?
Yes, please.
I mean, it's literally a toy that transforms to a very realistic looking Walther P-38. So I mean, I'm warning you.
Walther. It's one thing.
It is a toy they should have never made. If I'm being honest with you, because like, why would you make a robot that transforms into a realistic gun?
Because
like that?
guns are the best, man.
And it was the
like
80s, nobody
It's
gave a
not.
shit.
The 70s and 80s,
True.
kids were like more cool. Kids were bought cool guns.
Yeah, there's an image of the original Megatron toy, slightly transformed wrong, but whatever. Slightly transformed wrong.
He looks like a toaster on legs and with a scope.
Okay, here's one that's actually transformed a little bit better. If I can click the copy button instead of the save button. There we go. Yeah, there's a better transformed one. But
I mean,
yeah.
he still kind of looks like a toaster on legs.
Yeah.
He kind of is a toaster on legs, who can magically change his shape so that he can so that his gun form can fit in the hands of any transformer.
Yeah. So this toy was originally from Takara's Microman toy line in a subset of toys called the Gun Robo, which were literally just robots who transformed into guns.
Sick.
All of them
Because
very realistic guns.
Yeah, in all of them are realistic guns. Because in the final years of the Microman toy line, they introduced these group of robots called the Microchange robots, who were spy robots built by the Micromen to hide as everyday objects. So, literally the size of the toy is actually the 1-to-1 scale of the robot in fiction for Microman.
Sick.
But then Hasbro took a bunch of Takara toy designs and made Transformers with them. The Transformers is a weird bit of Americanization as well, because it's an American-produced cartoon and storyline for a bunch of toys that came from Japan that were originally in a very different context. A lot of interesting
Don't you love the space jump
story
blowing
there.
up shit?
Yeah. Oh.
And technically, Microman descended from the original 60s G.I. Joe, so...
Oh wait, wait a minute, did I say space jump? I meant screw attack!
Screw attack!
Screw attack. Transformers is a very fascinating thing, for sure. The other Gun Robo toys are interesting. I mean, Megatron, I think there were like 4 of them, but only 2 of them ever got used in Transformers. And Megatron is one of them. And then the other one was used for Browning and Master Force. And then the other 2 Gun Robo molds never got used in Transformers. Honestly, fine by me, because I think the Gun Robo toys were a terrible idea in general.
Gambles.
And Microman's cool though. I think Microman is actually really cool.
There we go. Hey, you know that thing Hey, you know the thing where Samus got abilities that can occur from, other monsters?
Yeah.
Maybe they should have done that.
Yeah.
I feel like they did with Fusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I now have the Seeker Missile.
How dare they take away my Super Sentai, and with this thing I've never heard of. That's most Power Rangers fans right now.
Like, how dare they replace my Power Rangers bait with VR Troopers bait?
Basically how people who only know the American shows see it, yeah.
Which means it might be a cool thing. It'll definitely be a cool thing to look into. Hey, Cindy, have you ever seen have you had a chance to see episodes of Kamen Rider Zets yet?
Not really, because you know what I've been doing for the past month.
Sets.
I However, last weekend I did see Zootopia too.
Nice.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet, so please don't spoil.
I will only say one thing.
Yeah.
Loose Neck of Joy. And that's already in trailers, so...
Yeah.
But
I think the Snick is weird because it doesn't aesthetically match with everybody from the first movie, but you know.
that's why it's awesome.
No. Well, I think the aesthetics of some of the new characters not matching the old ones has been putting me off a bunch, but good to hear it's good at least.
The writing's really good.
I've been hearing it's a good movie. I just wish they would have stayed aesthetically consistent.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Holy cow, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and it's only been an hour.
Yeah.
Now, let's see.
Good morning, Ryder! Zets!
Good morning, Ryder!
Impact!
Zap, zap, zap! Vanish!
Bunish! Over Bunish!
Yeah, throughout the show, we have not seen an over banish yet.
No, it's programmed into the toy, but he has not yet done an over banish.
I don't think he needs to just yet.
Probably.
You'll probably need to at some point, considering the condition that, considering the situation he's in.
Currently in the show, yeah, yeah.
Just wait till mid-season to pull it out.
Maybe. Well, you'll probably have a new upgrade form, but then also season is actually not an appropriate term for this stuff. But
for Japanese shows.
Yeah.
I know, it's like the UK series.
Sort of, but also not really. Because on Japanese TV, so on TV, they go by a thing called the core system, where every span of 3 months is a core. And basically, a show always gets greenlit for production for this many cores, and then it is done, more or less. If it does well, it'll get an extra core. We're basically instead of production ending, they just extend the production. And then so basically how Kamen Rider works is it basically, so the shows do not have a time gap between them. The new show always starts the exact week after the prior one ends, because they do not stop.
Alright, so it's like game shows in that sort of aspect where, like say Jeopardy for instance, because it's got returning champions, to where they just continue production. The production's just been continuing on for over 40 years.
Yeah. Kamen Rider has been basically one big continuous production, except every year they change a bunch of the staff and basically change all the characters and completely reset the entire thing with a new title. And they're not seasons. They're all considered like legally they are separate. They are completely separate TV shows.
Legally distinct.
Yeah, they are all legally separate productions, technically. Even though it's technically all been one big long continuous production block for the past 25 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and same thing with Super Sentai. Each show is legally considered to be a completely separate TV show under the same Super Sentai banner.
I see.
Metal Heroes worked that way too. That's just how Japanese TV has been for a long time. Like, let me use Dragon Ball Z as an example. That was all one continuous run with no breaks. All one, several years long production block.
Like what Piece has been going through. Like that would be the more current.
One Piece
example.
has been that way for a while, but soon they're gonna put it on hiatus and start doing it in American TV season style to make production easier.
I will say this. This is just my lame way of thinking TV-wise. Like, my specialty is more American, Canadian, UK. Like, if it's like a sitcom or something where the show is dependent on certain situations, like, it's okay to have filler shows like 22 episode seasons. If you're doing a more serial-based show, like it is one continuing story, like, I don't mind. Like, the sweet spot to me would be 10, but I can understand 8. 6 is too little, and 13 is too much. And plus, with a 10 episode continuous season, with no quote filler episodes, the writing gets stronger.
I guess.
Or it will appear stronger, not saying that it is stronger, I should say.
I guess.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
I mean, a lot of Japanese TV has kind of slowly, over the past decade, started to do American-style quote-unquote seasons, but that hasn't really been as common of a thing as the American releases of the shows make it out to be. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, the American release of Dragon Ball Z split it up into seasons to make it so the dub could be separated into different production blocks.
Right. The dub got separated into 9
seasons. Yeah, 9 production blocks. Yeah.
Yeah.
To make it, easier on the crew and shit. And that's been common for English dubs of super long shows. Like Naruto did it too.
I think that because I see a missile tank, but I don't know how to get to it.
So basically, like, Kamen Rider Sentai, all those have basically been like, each one has run for like roughly 4 cores, which is a whole year. Basically,
sorry, go ahead.
They basically just get pre-greenlit for 4 cores, and then run that long, and then they replace it with the next thing. The week after it ends.
Oh, there it is.
You can say what you're gonna say now.
Like, I was gonna go the route of, you know how we'll have the whole subs versus dubs thing now? It's been that way for the longest time.
Yeah.
Like, I could see a lot of all these production companies in Japan. Like, what's the Japanese production company who owns Sentai?
Toei.
Like, I could see Toei here in the States do subtitle runs of their shows on like fast channels here. Like I don't know.
Toei also owns Kamen Rider, and Kamen Rider is being simulcast on YouTube here in America. The subtitles.
Right. I'm talking about their back catalog.
They've just been getting that released on Blu-ray here in America, and then locking all the back catalog to Blu-ray. Which is weird, but whatever.
They are doing something, but we're all kind of wishing that they did. They released more of them.
Yeah, they've been really slow. At least this has been ungodly slow.
It's like what I've been saying. Just do fast channel stuff in the States. I mean,
there are. I'm about to say there are
money with. You'll make insane money with the ad revenue. Like, I could see people would watch on Pluto or Roku channel or stuff like that.
There are 4, and there are a small handful of Kamen Rider shows up on Tubi TV.
And a few Sentai shows on Roku. Not on Roku, on Tubi
Pluto.
TV.
Tubi.
That's what Dan said, or Ken said.
And Tubi TV also has several Ultraman shows.
Ultraman.
Oh god, not the 4Kids of Batiga. I'm glad that's partially lost media.
Except you have DVD copies of it.
No, I don't.
Oh.
They never got released. The 4Kids dub never got released on DVD. Ever.
Oh. I forgot what you had.
So, let me put it this way. The old Funimation DVDs of Ultraman Tiga from 2004, they have the English dub's music on the menus, and there's bonus features that are very much like short little videos that are very specific to the English dub. They use the English dub's names for things and shit, but the actual episodes on those DVDs are the Japanese version with subtitles. The 4Kids dub is not on those discs.
Wow. Hey, I'm gonna go explode now. Y'all have a nice day, folks.
See you, Dan.
I really appreciate y'all having me here. It was a great...
So yeah, the Funimation Tiga DVDs seem to have been intended to be the 4Kids dub at some point, but the actual discs that were released do not have the 4Kids dub on them.
Makes sense.
And my understanding is that Subaraya Productions does not want that dub to be distributed.
Which
because it doesn't match the current brand image they want Ultraman to have. Not because they think it's bad. They don't think it's bad, even though it is bad. It just doesn't fit what they want Ultraman to be perceived as now. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
A lot of the older English dubs aren't really being circulated because they're like redubbing a bunch of shit now.
Yeah.
And then making those new dubs exclusive to streaming and not putting them out on Blu-ray because the Blu-rays keep having only the Japanese version with subtitles or the old dubs. And I'm like, why are you recording new dubs or not putting them on the Blu-rays then? Or why are you making new dubs like 5 years after you put it out on Blu-ray already?
It's kind of like what I've been saying earlier. They're doing this for streaming purposes or fast channels.
Yeah, they are.
Oh, you know what's I remember, Brave, I do remember you mentioning something that is actually kind of funny, where you actually have the copy of Kamen Rider.
I do have the Kamen Rider Geats Blu-ray set, yes.
And then it turns out the streaming service is actually, the streaming version of the subtitles is better.
Yeah, the official streaming version has amazing subtitles that are actually pretty damn good. But then you get the official American Blu-ray release, and the subtitles are absolute crap. And I don't understand what the fuck happened there. What they were literally released at the same time. Why do they not use? And by the same company too. By the same company. Like, what happened? Doesn't make any sense.
Since when do you expect a lot of entertainment stuff to make sense?
Well, too bad it should. What was I thinking? And there's also stuff like... I don't know. And also shit like... all of the modern Kamen Rider shows are being licensed to Shout Factory, while the older ones, like the pre-Kuga ones, the pre-Year 2000 revival, have all gone to Discotech Media. And Discotech has been doing like absolutely amazing Blu-ray sets that are perfect in every way. While Shout Factory's everything has been very hit or miss in quality.
Well, that's just Shout Factory in general. I mean, it's been that way for the past 40 years with Shout Factory. Yeah. Shout Factory also had the license to release Super Sentai shows on DVD, which they did from 2015 to 2023, and then abruptly stopped releasing anymore. Didn't they lose the rights?
The sets are all still in print, so they seem to still have the rights. Apparently Hasbro just told them they couldn't release.
Yeah, Hasbro just told them to fuck off.
Because Hasbro has decided that physical media is bad and physical media needs to die. And I'm not kidding. Hasbro is very on everything must be streaming because streaming is the only way to watch things now. Should be.
I hate that.
They don't like... Hasbro does not love their stuff for some reason. Because Hasbro owns Power Rangers, they had to go through Hasbro to release Sentai stuff on DVD because Hasbro obviously has the American rights for those shows. And they released several. I don't have all of the ones Shout Factory has released. I have a couple of them. They are probably legit the lowest quality DVD sets that Shout Factory has ever released. They're not very good. And I don't know why they're crap, when they could have been so much better. Very easily.
Well, Shout Factory's also kind of been a shell of its
Yeah?
like, they're kind of coasting on name ever since they lost the MST3K rights to Joel. Like, that was the only reason Shout Factory was existing, because they were making money off of MST3K.
Yeah.
I completely
But one to
forgot
understand,
that was a
the
thing.
only things that make them money now are their releases of horror movies.
Yep.
And they're trying to get into simulcasting Japanese shows now too. Kamen Rider Zets being literally their first one that they're ever handling simulcasting for, and they've been fumbling it and they were fumbling it real bad at the start. They're getting better. It's getting better as time goes on, but they were fumbling it real bad for a while.
Yeah. And last week was the first time they kind of really fumbled the bag when it came to
Yeah, the stream started like what, like 30 minutes late.
Yeah, we're hoping that this is the continuing trend. They were really lucky so far.
Yeah, Shout Factory has not been. At least the subtitles have been really good with no error. but it is unfortunate that there's been there's been like several other bungles with it.
Yeah, because at first they were talking about, oh, we're gonna do it like this and then like this, but it all seemed very mismanaged.
It's been extremely mismanaged.
But they were able to adjust course within 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were all basically we were all just basically telling Shout Factory, saying like, hey, you know how they're doing it for freaking the Ultraman series? Do that.
So let me explain what was going on. So at the start, they were being all like, oh, every week we're going to live stream the new episode 2 hours after it airs in Japan. So have fun with this 2-hour window where you can get spoilers for the episode online. And we're going to stream it, and then after the stream ends, you cannot go back and rewatch it. Once the stream ends, it's not going to be available after that. And people got pissed. Because when you look at Ultraman, they always did a live premiere for every new episode, but then just uploaded it on the YouTube channel after the simulcast premiere was done. That's because Super Riot Productions handles their own simulcast for Ultraman. And Shout Factory, literally after 3 episodes, they finally just uploaded the first 3 episodes on the YouTube channel after the 3rd episode's premiere was done. And we're like, hey, we listened to you guys, and we finally went to them, so we're still going to do the live premieres, but we'll upload the episodes on the YouTube channel after the premieres are done. And everyone's like, well, why weren't you doing this from the start then?
Oh no, it's this fucking boss.
You know.
Hey, do you all remember a certain boss that loved to destroy your SP speakers?
You're fighting Nightmare next.
Uh-huh.
But, yeah, nobody is sure why Shout Factory didn't just do it from the start. They probably very easily could have.
I will probably surmise that Shout Factory got ahead of their skis a bit.
In what way?
Like, the only streaming stuff they've done before is fast channels.
Yeah, true.
So they haven't done anything like this.
Oh, this is literally their very first simulcast. Yeah. Nobody's sure why they even decided to try.
Because I think they realized that they kind of want to recapture the innocence of old TV, which is kind of their thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, if you miss out, you miss out.
They just pushed everybody off, so they changed their mind.
Yeah, because somebody had to tell them, hey, this isn't 1974 anymore. Recording stuff exists.
Yep.
Look, I get it. An era before TV, an era before the popularization and cheapness of VCRs.
Yeah.
But times change.
Yep. At least Kamen Rider Zets has been a very good show, and I'm very happy it's getting simulcast, because honestly, Kamen Rider should have been getting simulcast a long fucking time ago.
I have a fun trivia question for you.
Yeah?
Why did Betamax fail?
I actually don't know.
Football.
Really?
Yeah. Because Betamax tapes, you could only record up to 2 hours. Whereas a VHS tape, granted the quality is far less superior, but you could record up to 6 hours.
And the quality on VHS actually gets worse the longer you record for.
Exactly. But back in the 80s, back when tape stock was... home tape stock, I should say, was a premium. Like, if you take a look at catalogs when they advertise blank VHS tapes, they're like $8 a piece.
Yeah.
So they knew you were rich when you had 2 VCRs, and you can dub movies from the video store to a tape. But getting back to the original point, it's because you can record pre-game, the game, and post-game on one VHS tape.
Yeah.
So if you're at church and you can't watch your Packers defeat the Bears, you can record it, go to church, and after you get home, pop the tape, rewind the tape, and watch the Packers play the Bears.
Yeah.
And that's why Beta failed. It could not do that.
Yeah.
Now, Beta would have its use in the broadcast world.
Yeah.
But that's not the case for consumer.
That's the sound of my feet are making because Nightmare is affecting the gravity of the area. Okay, gravity is back to normal.
I will say, it's very depressing that we're finally getting the Kamen Rider TV show simulcast, but we're barely getting any of the toys imported. The only toy
I have your answer.
Tariffs.
Yep.
Because the only toy getting released over here is the Zets driver, and it's exclusive to Amazon. Oh well, I already imported all the Zets toys I wanted anyway.
Smart. Like, some of the stuff I want to import is old toys from the Robot Wars toys from the UK, but I can't do that.
There it is. A brave meet Nightmare in full 3D glory.
It's definitely a thing that exists. Is that about a podcast now? Very curious as to how Davon Infinity will turn out. The fact that Shout Factory has been retweeting a bunch of the stuff, a bunch of Toei's social media posts related to it, and the fact that obviously Toei owns both Kamen Rider and Gavon, that's making a lot of people think that Shout Factory is going to simulcast this show as well. I wouldn't be shocked if they did.
Sort of, hey, we've learned from our mistakes.
No, more so a we still really want to get in simulcasting, and Toei's doing another similar show to the show we're already simulcasting, so let's grab that one too. And create a simulcasting tiny, not even an empire. It's literally just gonna be. It's still literally one show, possibly soon to be two. I'm not sure what Sharp Factory's even like bothering to get into simulcasting. Like, what possible reason could they have for getting into simulcasting?
Probably to get their foot in the door.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, at least they still haven't said they're gonna simulcast Gavon Infinity, but it's seeming very likely, with the fact that they keep retweeting stuff about it. It's very funny that Shout Factory also had the Godzilla streaming license and then lost it.
Yeah, I was gonna die. I had no chance to survive there. Freaking nightmare. There we go. Oh, come on. That should have freaking hit. Blech. There we go. There we go. Ah, it's gonna do freaking spin. You're gonna do the spin!
Spin to win.
There we go. Look at that gorgeous face! It's a cute baby face. Look at that face. Can I just kill it now? Let me kill it now.
Nope.
You should be able to. So they're not able to.
Yeah, sadly,
You know how this works.
I can't create a time paradox, I know.
Will the time warp again?
Because he's a boss that appears in freaking... Well, I should say an X version of him appears in Metroid Fusion.
And I kind of prefer Melty Face version over this one.
Yeah. LT McMeltface. Up. I don't have control. Time for a cutscene. Bottle ship's firing its engines. Time to head into Sector 0. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh, by the way, the two games that I have been playing are both Metroid Other M and Ys.
Ys.
Which is a coincidence when you think about it, considering their item get music.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
A loser, baby, a loser, goddamn baby, you're a fucked up little whiny bitch. You're a loser just like me.
Yeah,
Is that for Hazbin Hotel?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I knew I recognized it from somewhere.
Yeah.
It had... Brave has the full Has-Been Hotel brain rot.
Yes. I still need to watch more of season 2. I only watched the first episode, I think.
Taste the delicious Dutch angles.
Let me just say you're correct. A loser, baby, a loser, baby, you're a fucked up little whiny bitch. You're a loser just like me. You're a screws loose boozer and only 1-star reviews are your bottom at rock bottom.
Baby Metroid. Baby Metroid. Now this is a scene from Metroid 2.
You
Samus,
fucking singing?
can you hear my voice?
Yes.
I read you loud and clear, Adam.
You know what lies up ahead. The Metroids and the artificial intelligence that controls them. The fruit of the Galactic Federation's twisted project.
Yes. So why did you shoot me?
You can't destroy these Metroids.
What do you mean?
This voice acting, what the hell?
Sector Zero Metroids most likely can't be frozen.
What are you talking about?
There's a strong likelihood that the Metroid's mortal weakness, the vulnerability to cold, has been overcome through genetic manipulation. And if that's true, there's no way you can destroy them.
But that baby earlier, the infant Metroid, you were able to freeze it.
Freeze
True.
it.
My guess is
This
that
voice
it was
acting
because
is
it was
so
still in the
bad.
larval stage. But who can say? One thing's for certain. They're definitely propagating Metroids. Developing bioweapons with an obvious and fatal flaw would be suicide. It's hard to imagine the military mass-producing defective weapons. Then again, none of this makes sense. Metroids are lethal. Their extinction was a wise decision. And now, since no one has the technology to defeat them, they cannot be allowed to exist.
And remember,
First,
this
I need
takes
to know
place
why you're credited
before
as the
fusion.
creator of the Metroid Military Program Report.
I received the request to write the report from Galactic Federation headquarters. In that report, I outlined the potential dangers of such a program and explained categorically why it should be attempted. HQ listened, but a small group within the Federation co-opted my report for its own purposes.
Hand it to bed. Alright, good night.
Everything's shut off and locked.
Okay.
Samus, you'll be fully recovered soon. I have several missions for you. This facility appears to be on an intercept course with Galactic Federation HQ. If what Madeline Bergman said is correct, there's a distinct possibility that this is the start of an attack by MB against the Federation. One way or another, some sort of attack is clearly imminent. You have to find a way to divert the ship off its intercept course. I've located a survivor in room MW, toward the rear of the Bioweapon Research Center. Whoever it is will be a key witness. Secure the survivor's safety, and defeat Ridley.
Again?
He's as much of a threat as the
Again.
Metroids. And one last word of warning. Madeline Bergman, no ally.
Hold on, Adam. What are you planning to do with the Metroids here in Sector Zero?
Leave it to me. I'll deal with this place.
You have a plan for dealing with Metroids that can't be frozen?
Sector Zero has a self-destruct protocol. If the sector receives a significant
Why does
amount
it
of
sound like
damage,
you know what, I'm not even gonna say it.
the unit is programmed to detach and self-destruct. A powerful explosion will eliminate the Metroids and MB without leaving a trace.
Don't you dare, Adam. Let me go in. I'm the only one who has a shot against the Metroids. We have to take the chance. Please, Adam. You have to trust me. You have to trust me. Just give me a chance.
Samus, I wish I could battle Ridley, but I can't. Unlike you, I'm no galactic savior. I'm merely human. But I can save you. You should be completely healed soon. There isn't much time. We both need to get started on our missions. I'm sorry for getting a little rough with you. Good luck, Samus. Objections. Right, lady?
Be like, of course object. You're gonna sacrifice yourself, you fucking moron.
Yep.
This is why people hate this game, because the story is shit.
Yep.
Emergency in Sector 0.
It's not the gameplay, it's just the story, just retconned a whole bunch of stuff and made it go shit.
Disengaging.
Happily with Metroid Dread that was the new game that was the new storyline game that came after this. They basically just completely overhauled everything.
Yeah.
Or Samus, making her the badass she's supposed to be.
Good.
Adam vanished. My best friend. The person who understood me best. The closest thing to a father I had.
Who screwed you over
Thoughts
earlier in this
swirled
game?
through my head.
Yeah.
I couldn't come to grips with what had happened. Such a cruel way to say goodbye.
You could probably get away
I
with
was
at
the
least
only one who
some of the
witnessed Adam's
storyline
last
stuff.
moment. And though it shook me,
If the voice acting
I
wasn't
was calmer
fucking
than I
terrible.
usually am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty bad.
I think Adam granted me that Eye of the Storm clarity, his final gift to me. There was no time for me to grieve his death, but there was time for me to say, Adam, thank you. Leave the rest to me.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Woof. Arf. Bark.
I was Oh, now you activate the gravity function of your suit, you fucking... Ah! Notice how it's a gravity feature and not the gravity suit in general.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with it? Why couldn't it just be the gravity suit? Oh, I know
Maybe
why.
you might actually think this might be a decent game.
No, I think it would probably be because they didn't want to spend the budget on making an alternate costume for her.
It's a palette swap.
I know,
Palette
but still.
swap.
I know, it's still so dumb. Just change the orange for purple and yellow for, what was it, like a light blue?
Green.
The green? Wait a minute, what's that? Oh. Still there. Oh, fuck me, it's still alive?
Apparently.
What sucks about those mini black holes is that I have to position myself so that the frickin' nightmare is in between me and it. And if I fall down, I have to frickin' climb all the way back up again. Because any angle other than a direct line between myself and the there. Now it's fucking done. It would only helped if I, you know, dealt that final blow in the fucking first place.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck you, bitch.
Oh.
Sequence complete. Process successful.
And now with the and now with the gravity feature, this area is now basically easy to bypass. I see. There we are. Missile tank. Whee! And with that, E-recovery tank. Don't you love how the screw attack just basically goes, hey, guess what? You're fucked. One of the best things about the screw attack. Okay, there was no items here. Because there is things where you are able to skip the monsters. But one of the reasons to eliminate the monsters in a room is because it reveals any hidden items. I have an idea. I'm gonna need to use transport. Nope. Oh, I see. One second. Oh, there it is. I see it. There we go. I knew I saw something over there. There we go. Nope. I'm heading to main sector, and I already got the items in here. I do believe. So once I make it to the next, once I make it to the navigation room next to the main sector elevator, I am going to call it.
Okay.
Because I need to eat dinner still.
Dinner is important.
Dinner is importante.
Yes.
And now I can go down here freely. You know, one of the things that I've been watching recently?
What?
Some Call Me Johnny's 100% playthrough of Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah. How's that been going?
Torturous, because he's literally trying to collect everything.
Oh boy.
All the medals, all the medals, all the S ranks, all the chili dog missions, all the maxing out the character, collecting all the items that are needed, all of the every single fucking thing in the game. And that's what he's doing for that series.
How fun.
It's not current because the rest of his streams from that were all uploaded to YouTube. But it's like 20 parts. 20 up to 4-hour parts. And with that, we are going to call it for the stream. So, I'm going to see who we can raid. Thank you all for joining us for this. Happy that you were able to both make it.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and set up a raid. Let me see who we can raid. Let me see who we can raid. I said raid, not row. Come on, this isn't Fist of the North Star.
Oh god.
Let's see here. Prime 4 came out. Someone else's 2 people. 3 people. it says here there are 17 viewers, people playing Metroid Other M.
Oh boy.
So let's see here. Let's go ahead and raid Rick Griffin. They're playing Risk of Rain 2. So, but everyone who was watching, thank you all for joining us for this spectacular bit of the baby. Baby. Thank you all for joining us, and we'll see you all next time. Bye bye.
Bye.
What were we doing again?
We're leaving.
It's done.
Oh,
It's over.
thank God I can
Ended.
actually watch a real game.
Oh.
See you all next time, friends. Bye bye.